Hey everybody, it's Rachel with Rachel Q Stitches, and welcome to my channel. Today is November 9th, 2021. It is Tuesday, and this is FlossTube number 39. I want to welcome everyone here. If you're new here, thank you so much for stopping by and giving my channel a look-see. If you like what you see, I want you to please consider subscribing. And if you're a returner, thank you so much for returning. I appreciate you visiting with me every week. Really, I do. I talked to my husband about my cross stitch, and I don't think he really, he listens to me. I shouldn't say he doesn't, but it's nice to know that there are people out there that want to hear what I'm doing and can understand what I'm saying. Anyway, I am getting over a cold. We have been having low 40 temperatures in the morning and upper 70s, 80s in the afternoon. So my immune system has tanked, and so anyway, so I'm getting over a cold. It's just a cold. We had a guy delivering our firewood. He goes, "Oh, I'm sorry to hear that you're sick, but it's good to hear that it's just a cold." Yes, it is just a cold. So anyway, so I'm getting over a cold, and so hopefully I won't sniffle too much with you guys. Anyhow, because you don't need to be hearing that. We're here to talk about stitching, not my health. So I have one finish, I have one new start, and I have an almost finish to share with you guys. I don't have much to talk about in the way of topic or plans or anything. I know I talked a little bit about my plans for next year, and I think I finally made a decision what I'm going to do, and so just getting those things settled. I don't think I'm going to start anything big like that alphabet sampler that I talked about last week, mainly because I don't have the resources. And not only that, as much as I like the idea of it, with me doing the ABC blocks right now, I'm finding that would be just kind of repetitive. So I probably won't do it this year. Maybe I'll pick it up later. I don't know, but I don't think I'm gonna do it. Anyway, speaking of alphabet blocks, I have finished my Erica Michaels alphabet block. I am doing a stitch along. So it's hashtag EMABCSal. I start a new block on the 1st and 15th of every month, and I do have the patterns linked down below. They are free. They're on the Rainbow Gallery website. Erica Michaels is going to be redoing the charts. I'm not sure exactly what she's doing. Originally, they were made into a book, and they came out with a way to chart the name on the bottom of each stitch and a book cover. But I'm not turning mine into a book, so I'm not worrying about those things. I'm not worrying about this stitch. I'm not doing it for education or whatever, that kind of thing. So I'm just doing it for fun to learn new stitches is what I'm trying. Sorry, my son texted me and I got distracted there. Anyway, kids. Anyhow, so I finished the I, which is for ice cream in the Italian cross stitch. This is done on a 28 count even weave. It's light blue. It was in my mom's stash. I am using thrift store floss in the kind of called for colors. I just look at the color name and I go through my thrift store floss and I see what I have that might look like it. So that is it right there. So I'm on the letter I. Some of these letters I don't think look like the letter I, but they are. So anyway, so that is my finish. Another ABC block down and done. So I'd like you to join me. I know that Shelly at Proverbs 31:22 is joining me. I think she and I are the only ones that are doing it. Jump in anytime. If they're fun, they're good for learning specialty stitches, and they're small enough to try stitching on something like even weave or linen or something like that, and just giving it a shot. So I'm enjoying them. I really am. Anyhow, my new start. I started Bethlehem. This is by Diane Authors from Imaginating. I absolutely love this chart. It is my Christmas stitch, I guess you could say. I am using DMC threads. You will find that is, if I'm not using thrift store threads, I'm using DMC, except for my one project that I'm doing in Anchor. I am using DMC 820, which is this, almost the color of my shirt. And then I'm using the 820, let me take it out of the bag. The A12, the sparkly version. So what I'm doing is I am doing, this is all I've gotten done, which Joseph, just want you to know, Joseph gave me some issues. So this is it right here. So I don't know if you can tell, but the manger and the Holy Family are in the A12. You can tell more in person. So what I'm doing is I'm doing them in A12 and everything else in just the color. So, you know, you can kind of see this sparkly just a little bit in it. But this is what I got done. Almost a third of it. The chart is divided into 3 parts, and this is about 1/3 of it. So I should get it done for Christmas if I keep up with it every week. I am going to stitch, you can see here, the star and all the little stars. I think I'm going to stitch those in A12 also, just to give them a bit of a sparkle. So that is what I've gotten done. And I like it. This is a, hold on, it is a 28 count cashel linen from Hobby Lobby, which is made by Swagger. That is what I'm stitching this on with DMCs. So there you go. I have a piece of wood that I picked up at that consignment thrift store in town, and it's the perfect size for this. It's kind of a shadow boxy. It's long, it's narrow, so I'm gonna try to get that stuck in there and hopefully have it out for Christmas. I doubt I'm not a, we decorate big for Christmas, but I'm not one to change my artwork around. You know, we put up a tree, we put up plants, we put up, you know, signs, whatever, but I'm not so much to change my artwork around. I'm really thinking of leaving this up year round. You know, we celebrate the birth of Jesus, you know, every day. We celebrate his coming here to earth every day. So that's just kind of something I'm just kind of considering leaving up. I don't know. We will see. It depends on where it is and if I feel like taking it down every after Christmas. Anyway, speaking of Christmas, I'm working on Christmas Garden by Blackbird Designs. This is in the Home for the Holidays book. I am doing this with Kim the Contented Stitcher and Key X Stitch. Like I've said before, their stitch-alongs are no beginning, no end. Just show your progress and you get to see what everybody else is doing. I did not get much done this weekend. We had another funeral. Y'all, I'm tired of funerals. You know, and these are people, I'm gonna get a little depressing here. These are people that are my age. My age, you know. When our parents die or when our friends' parents die, we're like, man, they lived a good long life, you know. You know, these are people that are maybe in their 50s. This guy was like maybe early 60s, and it was a car accident. And so you just kind of go, I wasn't ready for that. You know, I wasn't ready for that. And I wasn't. He used to cut my husband's hair. He used to perm my hair back in the 80s, and he gave our kids all their first haircuts. So it was hard. It was really hard. So a bunch of us that knew him got together afterwards, and we just spent some time laughing and reminiscing about, you know, when we were younger. And then we started laughing about how we're talking like we're old people. But anyway, so Saturday was filled up with the funeral, and then those of us that just got together, just to spend some time together. And anyway, so I didn't get much stitching done this weekend, and then I had that head thing, and so I took a nap all day Sunday. And anyway, so I did finish the big bouquet in the middle top. I finished the basket and all the insides of the flowers and all the little doodads everywhere, and it's all wrinkly. Y'all, I'm sorry. Okay, there I go sniffing. I'm sorry. I hate when people do that. But anyway, here it is right here. It's a lovely stitch. It's honestly looking, you know, when I first started stitching it, I thought there's no way I will be able to, you know, I'll need total and complete silence, you know, no TV, nothing. But really, it's one of those things that it's kind of just repetitive, really. Once you get, you know, one thing done, it's just kind of repetitive. I've not had to rip out a lot on this stitch versus some other things that I've done. So I'm really enjoying it. I don't quite know if I am this kind of sampler person. I love looking at them, but boy, they take some time. Of course, this is a big girl. I mean, she's pretty big, you know. Maybe I should have started my first sampler with something a little bit smaller. But anyway, first this, and I'm going to say this kind of what I call a motif sampler, not a alphabet sampler. But she is on mushroom, a 28 count mushroom Lagana by Zweigart. And I like it. I really like, you know, like I said, this is a good count size for me. So here's my question. I am loving Zweigart's Lugana. I have two different things on it. One's a 25 count and one's a 28 count. And I really, really like it. I do Readly, which is where I get a few of my patterns that I'm working on. I'm not showing any of them today, but they always have Zweigart ads and beautiful colors. But I have a hard time finding them here in the US. And I know with supply chain issues and all that stuff we're going through right now, it's probably going to be harder. But I have a question. I found some Zweigart that is being sold for a pretty decent price, but it's on Etsy. The shipper is in Russia. So my question is, has anybody ordered fabric on Etsy from a person in Russia? I should have written down their name. But I just thought about it when I was looking at that fabric. I really like the colors of Zweigart. I'm, you know, I like the mottled colors and stuff like that, but boy, their color range is just so pretty. So where's the best place for me to get Zweigart in different colors? Like I said, every time I look at the ads on the, in the magazines, I'm like, oh, those colors are so pretty. Anyway, let me know. Where's a good place to get it? There I go, off on a tangent. All right, almost finished. I am working on Eliza M. Stone by Whilst Iris Naps. This was a fundraiser for breast cancer awareness that she did. She charted it in pinks on pink fabric for breast cancer. For those of you that do not know, in 2018, I lost my mom to breast cancer. She fought hard for 7 years. 7 years she had it. So I consider her a survivor because she did not need surgery. She did not need chemo. She took some kind of pill and she lived for 7 years. So anyway, so I recharted it for my mom, and basically I just took the letters and the alphabets. I am using Touch of Pink by Witchelt. Linen. I think it's 28 count. It is crunchy as all get out. I am using DMC 4220. It is a variegated, kind of the same color as my, what's me in blue this week? It's kind of a bluey purple there. You can kind of see it. It's very pretty, very pretty. If you follow me on Instagram, you probably saw part of it, but here she is. So I am changing the name from Eliza M. Stone, 1881, to Alice Mary Thibodeau Jordan. So there is, I charted the year my mom was born, the year she passed away, This is her middle name, so it'll say Alice Mary Thibodeau Jordan. And this is my mom's sampler. My mom's favorite color was blue, so I'm doing it in this variegated blue for her. Anyway, that is it. I am going to keep the Pray Without Ceasing because my mom believed in the power of prayer, and I believe that is why we had her for so long after her stage 4 diagnosis. So anyway, so basically I took a piece of graph and I just made little dots and I graphed it, and it was not as hard as I thought it would be. I just followed the chart for some of the alphabets that were already on it, and I made my own graph, and it wasn't as bad. I was watching Kim, the Contented Stitcher, and she was just talking about putting scriptures in her samplers, and I love that idea. I really do. I think it's, you know, a lot of times I'll look at a sampler and I'll say, oh, I don't like what it says, or I don't, you know, maybe it says something that I think is weird. But I love the design. And so after doing Mama Sampler, I know that I can sit down and take a sampler and rechart the words. It wasn't that hard. And just put a scripture, even if it's just the reference where it's found, or if it's the whole scripture, just part of the scripture, I can do that. And so I think I might get a little brave in doing that. I do want to, I think I've talked about it before, do a chart for each of my grandmothers and my dad and each of my grandfathers. And so it's not as hard as I thought it would be. Just printed up some graph paper off the internet and got to drawing. You know, I need to find, I have the sampler book by Brenda Keyes, and I cannot find it. I don't know where it is. I need to locate it because I want to chart something for my dad and my grandfathers. My dad is still alive, so his sampler is not going to get started until I have to do it. Hopefully not anytime soon. The last piece that I did is a piece that Stitchin Mommy charted for me. It is, she calls it Picard Pew. I call it Thibodeau Pew. This is, if you're new here, this is a pew that is in a local church here that my grandparents paid to have done as part of a remodeling fundraiser for the church. And this is what I've gotten done. Not a whole lot. Again, I was still not feeling good. Well, I stitch on this on Mondays. And not only that, but I had to get my ABC block done. So this didn't get a whole lot of love. And this is what I got done. I did the A. I finished the A. Last week I had the PIC. So this is what I've gotten done. Their anniversary is November 15th. I do not think I will finish by then. That was a little lofty goal, but it's not going to happen. So this is it right here. I absolutely love the work she's done. If you need anything charted, she did a fabulous job. Very fast, open communication. I really enjoyed working with her on that piece. So anyway, that's it. That's all I have for y'all this week. I didn't get a whole lot of stitching done. I didn't get to come up with a interesting topic to talk about. Anyway, I'm going to ask y'all a question. I see this piece. Okay. I bought this piece, and I need to post it on Instagram because usually I get really great answers on Instagram. I bought this piece at my local thrift store. It's a Save the Stitches. Does anybody know what it is? You can see I paid $1 for it. I'd like to know it. You know, I don't know. I don't know if it's complete or not. I think I'm going to frame it like it is because it's kind of pretty incomplete. But if you know what it is, any idea? let me know. Anyway, that's all I have. Thank y'all for joining me this week, and I will make a video next week. We have, what, 2 more weeks till Thanksgiving. I need to get my house clean. My son's coming. He's bringing his dog. So I need to get his room set up, and I need to get the dog a place to stay while we're gone. So I'm excited. And so I need to get the house ready and get everything done. But I will see you guys next week. Not sure how much stitching I'll have done, but hopefully I will be feeling better and I can breathe. And I will chat with you guys later. Thanks for joining me. Bye.